Okay.
We're good, Sharon.
And there's something on the screen. Okay, Ricardo's got it. Okay. Good morning and welcome to the November meeting of the Finance Committee. Today, there'll be two members present, Al and myself. Janice, unfortunately, is not available, so we will proceed. The first matter up on the agenda, Al, is the adoption of the meeting minutes from the October meeting of Finance. Can I please get a motion to approve those meeting minutes? Thank you so very much, and I will second that. And we both vote. We'll also vote in favor, and none have opposed that, so that motion carries. We have one matter on the agenda. It's the Charlton School, and I believe Dave will be presenting. So thank you, Dave, and take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, everyone. The Finance Committee is being asked to recommend to the full board one or more series of tax exempt and or taxable fixed and or variable rate bonds with terms not to exceed 30 years and amount not to exceed $12 million on behalf of the Charlton School. The proposed bonds will be issued under the Residential Institutions for Children program. This legislation that enables the program, which dates back to 2006, authorizes not-for-profit corporations that operate residential institutions for children to seek capital financing from DASNY. The proposed bonds will be issued on behalf of the Charlton School, a residential treatment center for girls located in Burnt Hills. The Charlton School, which is the residential component, along with Ketchum Grandy Memorial School, which is the school component, provide education and therapeutic support for girls in the 8th through 12th grades with acute and chronic mental health needs. Residents are referred to the Charlton School by public school districts or County Department of Social Services throughout New York State. The Charlton School receives monthly reimbursement for room and board from the referring district at a rate determined by the New York State Office of Children and Family Services. The Charlton School is currently at its licensed capacity of 25 residential students and has a waiting list to get in. Bond proceeds will be used to finance costs related to the demolition of 2 existing dormitories and construction of 4 new dormitories located at the Charlton School, as well as to refinance a bridge loan that was used to finance additional costs related to the project. The Charlton School currently has 2 dormitory buildings on campus that house 25 students. The existing residential facilities are outdated and in constant need of repair. In addition, the residential facilities need to be reconfigured to allow for improved supervision of children and to better support their clinical needs. The Charlton School plans to demolish the 2 existing dormitories and construct 4 smaller dormitories, all consisting of equal size and layout. The new facilities will be less institutional in their design, allowing for more effective supervision and line of sight for staff and students. Once completed, the 4 new dormitories will increase residential capacity to 32 full-time students. Through an application process, OCFS has reviewed and approved the project. OCFS is required by the authorizing legislation to establish and impose an add-on rate that will be assessed against the districts which place their children with the Charlton School. This add-on rate, which is a component of the monthly reimbursement paid by the referring districts, will be sufficient to pay debt service on the bonds. Funds received by the Charlton School from the districts will be deposited into a lockbox from which the debt service on the bonds will be paid. As far as security, the bonds will be secured by an intercept of state funds in the event a district fails to pay the maintenance rate to the provider, a mortgage on real property, a debt service reserve fund, and as well as bond insurance if available and economically advantageous. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Dave. Questions?
Yes, but I'm sorry, Madam Chair, did you have a question?
No, go ahead.
David, this is a silly question, I think, but there are 2 existing residential facilities, both are coming down, 4 going up in its place. I assume that they have some place to put the kids who would normally have been in the first and deconstructed facility. Where are those kids going to go?
They do. So it's actually a fairly large campus. It's right around 200 acres. They have a separate spot where they're actually going to be constructing the new facilities. So the old facilities won't come down until the new facilities.
Ah, got it. Thank you.
Hey, Dave, have they designed the new buildings yet? Like, have
Yeah.
they, so they've got some decent estimates on the cost, because with these typical older buildings, when they gotta demo them, they're usually loaded with asbestos and it takes forever to demo them. I actually demoed one, a psychiatric place up in Dover.
Yeah, we've been in the planning phase for a couple of years now, so that the costs at this
Okay.
point are pretty.
So they have enough money. I think that was my only question. They got enough money for all this, but okay.
They do, they have about $1 million in pledges. They expect to receive more. They also have funds that were set aside for designated funds to complete the project. So they have funds well in excess to complete the project.
Thank you. Any other questions?
No, sir, none.
Any of the other board members who are present, do they have any other questions for Dave? I'm hearing none. I'll ask.
I move we
Thank you
recommend
very much.
approval.
I'll second that. All in favor, aye. Obviously none opposed, so that motion carries, and we recommend that this matter be approved at today's board meeting. Next up, thank you very much, Al, and thank you very much, Dave. Next up on the agenda is one of my favorites, a Telton, from Syracuse University Hospital. And Portia will be presenting. Thank you.
Happy to, if I need.
Give it a shot, yeah.
The members are being asked to consider and recommend to the full board a TELP transaction on behalf of SUNY University Hospital at Syracuse. I think most people otherwise know this hospital is upstate in an amount not to exceed $25.8 million. SUNY Upstate plans to finance various medical imaging and cancer treatment equipment, ultrasound, and other equipment. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Portia. It's always nice to see a Telton financing.
Right, it is always. Tell, Portia, what's a Da Vinci robot?
It is
I was gonna ask.
it's a robotic surgical equipment system.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's meant to do like Vitruvian Man, you know, his
Like
the anatomical.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you, Portia.
You're welcome.
Motion to recommend
I
approval.
move
Thank you very
we
much, Al. I'll
recommend.
second it. None opposed. That motion carries. Unless anyone has any other matter for finance, or any questions, that'll conclude today's finance committee meeting. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Thank
So
you
moved.
very much. I'll second that. We are adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Lisa.